Hello, friends. My name is Renee Restino. Thank you for joining me for this video entitled Meet My Hybrid Children, Part 2. I'm starting off with a story about my hybrid child, Penelope. She introduced herself to me in a most unorthodox way. It started one day. I was walking out to my crypt to have a meditation and to sit down next to my tree. And I noticed that my changer's pendant, like this one that I had put out in my crypt in a very secure spot, was missing. And there is really no way for this to just happen by the breeze or the wind or anything like that. So I thought, well, maybe my children or their cousins had been by there and seen it and took it or moved it. And so I had my meditation and I left. And I went along the path through the woods that I normally do. And I came upon this clearing. And in the clearing, as soon as I emerged from the woods, I saw this big puff of smoke, about the size of a car. And it was moving through the clearing, gently pushed by the wind, by a breeze. And I could smell the smoke. And it was a bit alarming because I was thinking, well, maybe there's a fire somewhere nearby. But I investigated and I didn't see any sign of a fire or any more smoke. And so these two occurrences were, such a puzzle that I asked Shaka, a Sasani being channeled by Brandon Bozarth. I asked Shaka what to think of this. And he told me, oh, so someone is playing with you. Can you guess who that might be? And I said, well, could it be one of my hybrid children? And Shaka said yes, and told me that her name is Penelope. So I connected with Penelope. I reached up telepathically and connected with her, and I asked her about this. And she said the most extraordinary things. So she said that she had worked with and enlisted the help of some elementals in my crypt to move that pendant. And it wasn't moved very far away, and I did find it just a little distance from the tree underneath the leaves that had fallen there. And then about the smoke, she said that, yes, she has the capability of manifesting that given her cryptic mastery. And Shaka confirmed both of these things. So just so fascinating. I reached up one time and connected with a hybrid child, Julia. She's 11 years old, and she has strawberry blonde hair and light skin and a very slight mouth. And we were connecting, and I asked her why she chose that name. And then I got a vision in my mind's eye of Julia Childs. And I thought, oh, that's a very interesting synchronicity there, the last name Childs and hybrid child. And but Julia told me that she does indeed, when she comes to Earth, she would like a kitchen, and she wants an apron and a chef's hat, and that she would like to make strawberry tea cakes. Another time I was reaching up and I connected with 8-year-old Josiah Branch. And it was so funny how he came in for me. At first he was very far away. I saw him way over here. And then boom, right up into my face, so close that I couldn't even see his whole face. So he was quite playful. He was telling me what he's doing right now. He's, for a time, on a space station in the Andromeda system. And he's learning these subjects that he loves, mathematics, astronomy, and geometry. and he's employing the skills in these subjects to create a treasure hunt type game in a virtual galaxy. And the clues that a player of the game would use are all based on mathematics and geometry and astronomy. So very good, Josiah. I met a hybrid child named Edwina, and she came into my mind's eye with straight black hair and large black eyes. And we connected in our heart space, and we extended love to each other. And this was such an extraordinary experience. So I asked Edwina what she likes to do, and she showed me herself on her ship, and she above Earth, and she went to a portal and teleported down to the Earth's surface in this beautiful tropical environment. And it made me think of Costa Rica because I was going there just a short time after that, thinking of the synchronicity of it. And I had been researching the being Quetzalcoatl. And I asked her about Quetzalcoatl, and she said that Quetzalcoatl is helping the hybrid children to connect with the plant life and environment and animals of Earth, and even into dimensions that we as Earth humans aren't detecting yet. So the next hybrid child that I met was Sarah, and I met Sarah while channeling. So I reached up for a connection, and Sarah came into my mind's eye. She has brown hair and very large eyes, dark but not the black of some of my hybrid children. And then I saw this cat, a house cat, and I saw the cat from several perspectives. And for a minute I was thinking I was going to channel a cat. But Sarah did come back in, and then my friends asked some questions of Sarah. So we found out that this cat is on board Sarah's ship, and the cat's name is Cosmo. She told us that she loves to play, she loves games, and that one of her favorite activities is to send messages to the different plants and to record what the responses are, that they'll grow in certain ways and in certain shapes, and that she said that using love, sending love to the plants was the way to induce the best results. So most recently, I met the youngest hybrid child of mine that I've met so far. Her name is Chisari, and she's 1.5 years old. I met her, I connected with her telepathically while I was on a trip to Sedona, Arizona. And in preparation for this trip, knowing that Bell Rock is a powerful portal, I set an intention to instigate contact with my hybrid children, which I did not have that experience yet in the physical. But one of my friends suggested that along with the other things I was planning to do to instigate this contact, why not draw a picture depicting myself and the hybrid children in a scene? And so I did that, and what I didn't realize at the time is that I drew myself and Chisari. I drew a very small little child that I was holding hands with short black hair and large black eyes. And when Chisari came in for me, I was all alone on the top of Baby Bell Rock, which I thought was a beautiful synchronicity. Baby Bell. She came in and she was a delight, a sweet and gentle soul. And she said that she loves to play. And so I imagined us playing together. And when our time ended, I took this paper, this drawing that I had made of Chisari and myself, and I folded it up and I tucked it away in the deep recesses in the rocks there on Baby Bell Rock. And I imagined that Chisari, some way, had that picture of us. So I want to thank you, friends, for receiving me and this information about my hybrid children. I am so happy and grateful to honor them in this way. And thank you for being a part of it. So much love to you, friends, and blessings.